Gottlieb's tastes good like a beer should.
You said it. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
Try a frosty cold glass of Bavarian right away.
That you say? No Boulder Dash or baloney here.
Cheers, everyone, and welcome to the Unfiltered Gentleman. No matter how you take your hooch, we've got something ice cold and on tap. Now, serving it to you straight and unfiltered, here are Greg, Scott, and Dan.
Hey, that is us.
Yes.
What's happening, everybody?
All right.
Welcome into the Unfiltered Gentleman. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining. Thanks for telling all your friends about how freaking cool we are.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is batch 132. I am Greg. That is Scott.
Cool, man.
And that's Dan.
Radical Reaganomics.
Be a lot cooler if you did. Sorry. Thanks all for listening. A special shout out to our top listenership last week. Once again, Oxnard, California.
Whoa, damn.
Man. Nard coming in strong.
The unofficial mayor over here. Apparently.
Dan's going to get a key to the city.
I know. Pretty soon.
You really should.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a nice little bump after we had Casa Agri on the show. And I don't know what we did this time to deserve the listenership from Oxnard, but thank you all from the Nard for hanging out with us.
Shitting all over the Eastern Seaboard. The last one.
That's what it was.
Yeah, right?
All that Boston talk.
we did.
Yeah.
Oxnard's with it.
Oxnard hates Boston.
Apparently.
They hate those chowderheads. That is for certain. Burp word of the week this week for batch 132 is Drinking January. Drinking January, because we don't participate in dry January.
No, good Lord.
No.
I like this one.
Participate dry anything.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about Drinking January. All right, we got a lot to get to. We have a very... I'm very excited about our beer of the week. We're going to conduct some beer science. We got some crotch talk. Some sports to get to now that football is just about over with. A good bullpen beer to try. Lots of booze news and more, so I say we stop talking about it and start drinking about it.
Grab your libations, pals. It's time for beer of the week.
And if you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend. And I'll say, I think I'll have myself a beer.
There's nothing I would love to do more than have myself a beer, have ourselves a beer. That's what we're going to do. We talked about this back at the end of October, I believe it was, maybe beginning of November. Second Chance Brewing and AleSmith down in San Diego got together and collaborated on a couple of beers. And the whole thing is you're supposed to drink them separately and then mix them. Well, you're supposed to really just mix them together. But we're going to try them separately, and then we're going to mix them together. We're going to conduct some very important beer science. So first, we have AleSmith's. This is in the tall glass. It's the clearer one. This is the one from AleSmith. It's the Brute IPA, 7.7%, 3.82 on Untapped. It's very hard to find the different numbers for these because they're separate but the same. They say the AleSmith Brute IPA exhibits notes of mango, white wine, lychee, and tropical fruit from a heavy dose of Nelson Sauvin, featuring a delicate malt backbone, bone-dry finish, smooth and subtle bitterness. It is refreshing, intentionally flavorful, and smooth. All right, so this is the Brewed IPA. Yeah, definitely get some of that fruitiness on the nose. I actually smell kind of that white wine they're talking about.
Yeah, you can't smell that like right off the bat. You can taste it too.
This is one of the better Brewed IPAs I've had. Leave it to AleSmith.
That's good.
Yeah, definitely some of that white wine. I don't really know what lychee tastes like, so I'm not going to comment on that.
Right. I like that they got the taste down. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's not like the heavy carbonation maybe that you usually get with the Brute, but I don't know. I can do without that, I guess. This is interesting that they got the taste at least.
Yeah, it's dry, it's hoppy, but it's not weird.
Yeah. Interesting.
All right, so next up, also it says 7.7%, though they can say 7%, so Untapped may be a little inaccurate. We'll see. Anyways, 3.69 on Untapped. This is Second Chance's Hazy IPA. Has a soft, fluffy mouthfeel with bountiful fruit flavors, English is hard, of passion fruit, pineapple from Vic's Secret, papaya, and apricot courtesy of Idaho 7, and blueberry tangerine brought to the taste buds by Mosaic Hops.
Get a whiff of this bad boy.
Woo!
Right? That's like all those fruity aromas.
It's like magically delicious. Oh, wait, wrong cereal. What's Fruit Loops? I don't remember.
Follow your nose.
Follow your nose.
Yeah,
there you go.
I'm leading in with my nose over here.
Yeah, that is dank and tropical. And it's got that nice, hazy, fluffy mouthfeel that hazies tend to have.
Yeah, creamy.
All right. So between the two separate ones, do you guys have a favorite?
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
I think I like the first one.
The Brute?
Yeah.
Okay, Scott,
Brute.
any favorites?
I'm not decided yet.
Okay.
Oh.
Check back later.
Okay.
He's going to drink them all.
I know. We're not even get to mix them. He's just going to finish them off.
So I need a new one.
Sorry. All right, well, while he's deciding, I think it's time that we conduct some beer science.
From a bottle, from a can, why don't people understand my inebriation? Beer science.
All right, so
I'm going to go with the second one.
you going with the hazy?
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
you.
So 2 for hazy, 1 for Brute. There's no wrong answers here.
Oh, in that case.
So now, combine in the most scientific of ways your 2 beers. Don't pour too hard because you might spill a little on your lap otherwise. All right, I have combined. It is now a semi-hazy looking IPA. Nice little head to it.
Very nice head.
Everyone likes good head.
That's right.
I still smell that the tropicalness from the hazy.
That was a strong aroma, and I kind of figured that's gonna kind of linger.
Yeah, it's kind of overpowering.
It
the
really
other one.
is.
Oh, wow, yeah.
You got that?
I do.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so it says combined together, the dry finish of the Brute and the softer, sweeter finish of the hazy creates a unique beer unlike anything that could be brewed on its own. Fresh, tropical hop aromas dominate the blend with a lighter, drier body than the hazy would have alone.
Look at me. I just brewed a beer. Amazing.
That's pretty good.
Just brew it.
Yeah, you're all sciencey and shit.
Yeah.
Just brew it, yes. All right, what do we feel about the combination versus the separates? Are you glad you combined, or do you wish you would have had them separately?
It is its own beer, so I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It perfectly blends both of them. Sorry, Simon.
No. I was just going to say, either way, I guess, to me.
Not going to pour it out?
Hell no.
Yeah, I like it. You get the tropical fruitiness from that hazy. It does finish a little drier than a hazy typically would.
Right.
I don't feel like I'm drinking a Brute anymore. If you said, like, what are you drinking? I'd be like, I don't know, a hazy IPA or a slightly cloudy IPA, I guess. I think I like it best combined.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
And it's funny because usually I've been on that hazy kick for a minute. Mm-hmm. I'm out of it finally. But I don't know. I think that's why I was kind of leaning towards the Brute. But, I think combined, it really takes the best of both worlds.
Yeah, because then it's not like that crazy haze. It's just a
Correct.
little bit of haze. Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah. Then we got a free beer.
That's
Got a brand new beer.
That's accurate. Yeah, you guys out there, let us know if you've had a chance to try this and if you've done some combination. That's a real word. Yeah, I've been looking for this for quite some time, since like October or whenever it was we talked about it, and I'm glad we finally stumbled upon it. Wow. Wow. And we're able to do some sciencing with it. All right, Scott, favorite of the 3?
Yeah.
Of the 3?
Of the 3, would you keep the one you liked before, or do you like the combination?
I think I'd stay with the number 2.
Number
Oh,
2.
wow.
2.
Staying with the hazy.
Yes.
All right, fair enough.
Number 2 works for me.
Who does? Okay. All right, yeah, let us know, you guys, at Unfiltered Gents on Twitter. Tweet at us if you've had this or if you've had anything like it. I know beer blending is like the new cool thing that people are getting into. So, all right, we'll move on. We got some crotch talk, some beer babes, some sports. Don't forget to hashtag show us your beers when you're taking pictures of your beers on the grams and all the social medias. Tag us as well. Don't forget to rate and subscribe on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, or wherever else you do your podcast listening. The more ratings and subscribings we get, the more people are able to find the show. It's a weird algorithm that I don't even pretend to understand. All right, with that, let's talk it up.
Have a grievance to share? It's time for crotch talk.
I don't know that I have an actual grievance. Couple of things to report. One is I went over to Ladyface Alehouse over in Agora, California, and while everyone's doing a resilience IPA that benefits the campfire victims, they and a couple other local breweries have brewed a Backbone IPA that is benefiting the Woolsey Fire victims.
Oh, cool.
So I did get to try the Backbone. I will admit that it wasn't my favorite. I had a couple IPAs while I was there today. Like I had their Chesbro IPA, which is one of their, just always on tap beers, their cores. And then I had the Backbone. Chesbro was definitely better. The Backbone was fine. It just wasn't as good as their normal go-to IPA. And also, speaking of resilience, I had a lot of resiliences. I've been finding them finally. We had the Sierra Nevada here on the show. I've had Earth and Fires. Fig Mountain has one that I got to try, and I also got to try Flat Fish out in Camarillo. I got to try their resilience. I have to say, other than Sierra Nevada's, my favorite resilience is Flat Fish's, I think. They did a surprisingly good job with it. Not surprising, just a really good job with it. And they're actually going to have an event in a few weeks with a lot of the local Ventura County breweries that have gotten on board with the resilience. It's going to be your chance to try all the local ones. It's going to be really cool. We should have more details by the next show. He's going to get me all the stuff we need to know. But the short of it is, I think it's 7 or 8 breweries, ticketed event. You get to go try everyone's resilience. They're stopping it, I think, at 400 people. That way they know they have enough for everybody. Sierra Nevada is going to be there as well. So
it's pretty cool.
Cool.
Coming in as the underdog over there, Flatfish, the dark horse.
Came out really good. Like,
wow.
I was pleasantly, not surprised, but just was enjoying the hell out of it when I had it.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
it was really, really good. So we'll have more details hopefully on the next show about that event. Anybody have any grievances to share?
No grievances. Over the weekend, I did watch as I'm sure Scott did, watch the Manny Pacquiao fight.
Oh, I did not.
You did not?
No.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I didn't even know he fought.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
No, I totally got together with my Filipino friends. And, my buddy, it's funny, like, they always do, like, they always got a shindig going on. They're always barbecuing, doing something.
That's a Filipino thing.
Right? But it's they always time it with a Manny Pacquiao fight. Like, he just all of a sudden, they'll be like, oh, yeah, come to our house, there's a barbecue this day. I'm like, okay. And then Manny Pacquiao, like a couple days later, is like, yeah, I got to fight that day. It's like he knows like what's going on. And they all know each other. I don't know. It's interesting. It's a little inner web of people that just, it's interesting. But I went there. They roasted a pig. I got down on some Red Horse beer.
Oh, there you go.
That's some good stuff,
Yes,
man.
it is.
8%. Oh, man.
Is this the friend that like roasts a pig for football events also?
Yeah, correct.
So,
yeah, he always hooks it up.
Nice.
Yeah, we got some good food. Watched the fight. Manny Pacquiao didn't disappoint. Totally kicked this dude's ass.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, but I don't know if you've seen the fight, but the guy, like, total asshat. Like, I mean, the way he came out, like, number one, like, he was already saying, like, Manny represents the Philippines. I can't even spell the Philippines. I represent the hood. HOOD. I go, oh, wow, you can spell it.
Wow.
You're so awesome.
I wish you would have thrown a U in there.
Yeah, I know, right?
HUD.
I wish HUD or whatever. That would have been hilarious. But Manny Pacquiao pretty much whooped his ass. He and after the fight, he was talking to Jim Gray, I guess, and he was just total asshat. Even though like Manny almost put him on his ass in about round 7, I think it was, and pretty much doubled all his punches. This guy had the audacity to come out and says, everybody knows I won this fight. Everybody won. He's like, I was controlling it, which I guess by controlling is running backwards the entire time. I'm not sure. And Jim Gray
covering his face. Yeah,
and Jim Gray is like correcting him, and he goes, oh, I can tell you're against me already. And then he goes, well, you're 3-3-1 in your last 7 fights. What's next for you? And he goes, I'm 3-3-1, but I'd be 7-0 against you. And Jim Gray's like, that doesn't mean anything.
Wow. What an idiot.
What an asshat.
Yeah, he was a total asshat. So good times, though. Good times.
It was a good fight. Like, fun to
good
watch?
fight. Yeah, 12 rounds. The guy got what was coming to him. So
last time I tried watching a Pacquiao fight, I think I fell asleep halfway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like him and Mayweather.
That was the wrong one.
Yeah.
That's just a Mayweather fight. He's the X Factor.
Mayweather.
Yeah, he puts the crowd to sleep for sure.
Yeah.
He does. He's awful.
Yeah.
The wife was working, or I probably would have been dragged to a
Probably.
Yeah.
I was surprised to hear that, actually.
Yeah. That she worked. Yeah.
They didn't watch. All right. Well, good stuff. Old timey word of the week: puff guts. Puff guts. It's a fat man.
Oh shit! I like that one.
Yeah. Right.
Puff guts.
Look at puff guts over there loading up at the buffet.
Oh man, I'm gonna use this one, dude. I like this one.
That's a good one.
That is. I wonder if you could use it to some guy on the phone, like, "Oh, you sound like a fucking puff guts out there."
Yeah,
chewing in my ear and everything. Oh, Jesus Christ!
I like it.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. Definitely not a puff guts.
No one could blame you for bed swerving. It's time for Beer Babe of the Week.
It is indeed, and you can find our Beer Babe of the Week on the grams of Insta at Lady of the Hops.
Oh,
all,
beautiful.
All one word, No spaces, no dots, no dashes, no nothing.
Very happy.
Yeah. At Lady of the Hops. And this one, she's drinking a Mortalis Brewing. I don't think I've ever heard of Mortalis.
Looks like a sour
Brewing.
beer.
It does. It has that color.
Yeah.
It's a little reddish.
Yeah, I was instantly afraid.
Run away.
Yeah, I had flashbacks of that one beer we had. What was that?
Oh, the Sharpie beer?
Oh, my God.
For Will Scott pour it out.
Crazy shit.
I think that was batch 131. If you guys haven't heard Scott almost pour out a beer. I think
Almost.
Is that the closest?
Probably the closest I've ever pouring one out.
I think we all know it's not going to get poured out at this point. It's just let's see how close we can get it.
Yeah.
That was close.
That was
How
close.
fast will Scott drink it? Or
Yeah.
Because I had to drink that one kind of slow.
Will Dan throw it up?
No kidding.
He almost played that game.
It was close.
Oh, dear. Anyways, go follow at Lady of the Hops. All right. Some big sports news to talk about.
And now, the sports, brought to you by cleaninguptheglass.com.
Whether it's the Baltimore Chop or the 1-2 punch, it's time for sports.
You guys watch some football yesterday?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
I think we all did. We watched the referees help the Rams beat the Saints, and they also helped hand it over to the Patriots over the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know. I felt like it was a little NBA-esque.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
My buddy had called it, actually.
Really?
Texted me and said, this is what's going to happen. And then when I was like, oh, you always with your Illuminati conspiracy theories and shit. And sure enough, when that PI happened in the LA game, I go, oh, fuck. Like,
Yep.
You might be onto something, buddy. I think you're right.
Yeah. The league always wants Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
It helps the ratings, and they made that very apparent when he got sneezed on. They called roughing the passer.
Yeah, this is insane.
And then a few plays later, Mahomes got annihilated, a no call.
Right.
Typical NFL. And then, the Rams just about took out what's his name on the Saints before he had the ball in his hands.
No call. And they could have at least done like the wrestling referees, like pretend there's something in their eye or something, because he's just staring right at the guy and didn't throw a flag.
I know
or
they should have
anything.
had like Eric Dickerson hitting one of the refs with like with the chair,
with
or
a chair or something. Yeah.
That'd been great. Yeah, it's just a little too obvious. I felt like I was watching the NBA all of a sudden.
Yeah, that was so. I mean, I wanted the Rams to win, but after that, I'm like, wow,
I really wanted to see Saints versus Chiefs. I just thought that'd be the best Super Bowl matchup. But I really didn't give a shit who won. I don't have a skin in any of those teams' fights.
I don't either. I'm not a Rams fan, but
Right.
I just thought, keep it in LA,
Yeah, that's true too. I don't know, and it's really interesting, like how much of a Rams fan like we're all going to really turn into. I don't know about Greg though. I know that team is in your home team's division.
Yes, we play them twice a year.
Right, but consider this. I mean, already we're Laker fans. We hate the Celtics from Boston.
Right.
The last World Series, the Dodgers just lost to the Red Sox.
Oh, yeah.
And now do we really want to give them this Patriots over the Rams?
No. Don't get it twisted. With the Rams-Patriots Super Bowl, I am absolutely going for the Rams.
Right. Okay.
But since I don't give a shit about any of the four teams that were up for it, I wanted the best matchup. I wanted the best game.
Yeah.
And I just felt like Chiefs and the Saints would have been the best game. And even if that's not it, Chiefs-Rams, we saw that like 2 months ago on Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
The best game over any Super Bowl we've
Probably
seen
in the
last
history of Monday Night Football.
Yeah, no kidding.
And better than any Super Bowl in the last decade.
Yeah.
I really wanted to see that also. So I guess I just want to see the Chiefs. I just thought it'd be a better matchup because Tom Brady, other than getting the calls that the league wants him to get, just hasn't been normal Tom Brady this year.
Yeah.
So we'll see. He always turns it on for the Super Bowl, so I'm sure he'll be okay.
Yeah, it seems like they just do what they got to do to get in there, and
They cheat.
Then they turn it on.
Yeah. I don't know. I always find it amusing. I think it was halftime. The Chiefs at home.
Yeah.
They said it was the first time in 51 games that in the Andy Reid era that the Chiefs were held scoreless by halftime or something.
Oh,
like
really?
That. Yeah. And I just kind of felt like the Patriots defense hasn't been good in a couple seasons.
Yeah.
It's like, how in the playoffs did they just turn it on all of a sudden?
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah. Very weird.
Mm-hmm.
Shenanigans.
It almost seems to me that like baseball is the only left of the big American sports that doesn't throw games purposely. Or maybe they hide it better with their umpires.
Probably.
Maybe that's the thing. I mean, basketball clearly throws games.
Yeah.
Especially in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The NFL now appears to be doing the same thing.
Yeah. Boxing's been awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's been fixed. That was the first one I think they tested to see if we'd care. It's like, well, they're still watching.
Yeah, they're still paying their money.
Yeah.
Though I would argue that boxing was far more popular, decades ago
Oh, yeah,
than it is
yeah.
now. So you don't want the other sports to go the way of the boxing ring.
Oh, man.
Anyways, do you guys have, I don't know, predictions on the Super Bowl? I'd say we probably don't want the Rams to win because fuck Boston and those chowderheads.
Yeah, we do, but
I would really like the Rams to win.
I think the Patriots are going to win. They're going to want to send Tommy Boy and Belichick off with a ring, I think.
You think this is Brady's last year as a starter?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't think so.
How many more chances is the league going to give him to make the Super Bowl?
I think as many as he wants.
That's true.
Yeah.
Until he can't walk
Sadly.
anymore, yeah. Predictions, I'd say the Patriots win. It'll probably be a fairly decent game because neither team has great defense. The Rams sometimes have great defense. Maybe they'll turn
the
it on.
Rams can have good defense.
They have great defensive
have
players.
some great players, and
Yeah.
I've seen some games where their defense just is lights out, and I've seen other games where they're just not even there. So.
Yeah. I think my buddy's conspiracy was that the Dodgers lost, and now the Rams are going to lose, and he says now the Lakers will win in the Celtics against the Celtics in the championships. I'm like, hey man,
I think the Lakers have a better chance of getting there than the Celtics do at this point.
Yeah, could be.
Are they doing pretty
Celtics
bad?
are doing good.
Are they doing
They're
good?
doing better.
Are they
They've turned
picking it up?
around.
They've kind of turned things
They
around.
got a rough road though with Kawhi and Toronto and everything. So and Giannis playing the way he is. So I don't know. We'll see.
All right, interesting. Darren McFadden, one of Dan's former players.
Yes.
Former Raider, former Cowboy, was arrested for drunk driving.
Oh, wow.
Former NFL star Darren McFadden was arrested Monday morning for drunk driving at a Whataburger in Texas.
Oh, man, what a winner.
I know. Could even go for good fast food. I actually never had a Whataburger. According to TMZ, police responded to McFadden after he reportedly fell asleep at the wheel of his massive SUV, a 2019 GMC Yukon, while going through a Dallas-Fort Worth Whataburger chain. The former Cowboys running back, 31, resisted arrest when police approached him.
Uh-oh.
Things got so heated that by the end of it, both his driver's side and passenger side windows were shattered in order to get him out of the car.
Oh, shit.
No injuries were reported, but we can't imagine it was a pretty scene. And they have a mug shot here. I'll show the fellas. It's a good-looking mug shot.
Yeah, he's pretty G'd up there.
He's pretty G'd up.
Yeah.
McFadden was promptly transported to the Collin County, Texas jail and was charged for DWI and resisting arrest. He was later released on bond. No word when his court date is scheduled to take place.
So you can afford a brand new car to drive around in, but not Uber?
Right?
Doesn't make any sense.
I cannot stand when athletes and celebrities get busted
Isn't
for
that
DUIs.
stupid?
So you got all the money in the world.
stupid,
You could
yeah.
just hire a dude.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Scott will be your personal driver.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, he'll be the one getting the DUI for you.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd
Yeah.
be happy to.
Yeah, exactly.
Need a fall guy.
Yeah.
What was that? Who was that dude he was on the Vikings? Oh, God. It wasn't Culpepper. I gotta forget it.
All right.
Teddy Bridgewater Incorporated. This is Teddy Bridgewater Incorporated. You need a fall guy.
Ironically, the last time I was at a Whataburger, the same thing happened.
You got arrested in the drive-thru?
Well, they're really slow. So while you're
fell
waiting for them-
asleep?
yeah, you fall asleep.
Have you had Whataburger?
Years ago.
How was it?
I can't remember. So
Oh.
long ago.
And you were
Must not
drunk,
been
probably.
very memorable.
What's funny is the place in Oxnard that used to be Whataburger is now called Ataburger.
There was a place in there was a Whataburger.
There was a
out here?
Whataburger in Oxnard.
Wow.
Actually, in Camarillo, what is now Jack in the Box,
Okay.
that used to be a Whataburger.
Oh, wow.
1,000 years ago.
Oh wow.
The one by the Motel 6.
Got it. Everybody not from Ventura County is
you're
yelling
like,
at their
okay,
radios right
they're
now.
turning it off right now.
We're so sorry.
Went down the 405
Yeah.
to the 101.
It's like the Californians. Marina Del Rey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never had Whataburger.
So, yeah, I don't know if there's any around here anymore.
Well, In and Out for life, bitches.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now they're saying, what's with In and Out?
Yeah, I know. Better than Whataburger.
Now we're talking about sex.
Oh yeah, we might be.
That's what making the hamburger and love is all about.
Wrap it up, people. Wrap it up. Keep it clean. Super Bowl is on February 3rd at 6:30 Eastern. The NFL is going to discuss reviewing pass interference in the offseason.
Surprise, surprise.
Yes. It's about time.
Just
Yeah,
in
that's
time.
Just in
Good
time.
call, guys.
Yeah. Oh, we'll bring it up now.
It's ridiculous.
I've been saying this for years. I feel like a broken record at this point, but I think everything should be reviewed by, have an official that's not on the field.
Correct.
An extra one up in a booth. They review every play. That way, as soon as there's any question, you just fucking point at that booth, and he radios down to the head official and says, you got it right, you got it wrong, it's this, whatever. Yeah. Then there's not this big time suck. If we're going to watch a replay for the next 17 minutes, let's see how many commercials we can jam in here. Mm-hmm. The games are taking so long, and the worst is the umpires. They don't watch the TV. They just stand around the headset and stare at each other's nuts for 5 minutes.
1970s headsets.
Yeah.
Why don't all sports do that? Just have some guy up in a booth.
Yeah.
Right. You know what?
Yeah, because that was a great idea you had that you said that, and I remember, with football, it just seems like this is another thing that they're going to pause the game for.
Right.
And just have us just sitting around listening to Jeopardy music while the refs are staring at porn on the camera. It's like basketball too. It's basketball.
All sports.
Yeah, it's such like a game of momentum and flow and all this shit. And they break it up every time because they got to go look at the fucking video.
Yeah, especially the last 2 minutes of basketball.
Yeah, there's some guy upstairs. He's watching the game. He goes, these guys may have fucked the call up. Hang on. Let me check. Yeah, they did. And so now he rings their pager,
Yeah.
If you want to be old school, get a pager.
Or he doesn't even ring their pager unless there's a question. If the head ref points up or signals him or whatever, then he goes, yes or no, thumbs up, thumbs down, or whatever. But
or he opens up this ear like, hey, what's the ruling?
Yeah.
Or something. Just points a finger up.
Do something. It could be
talking to God.
Right.
Let the guy upstairs throw a red flag on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, I hit a fan. I'm so sorry.
It's a shame.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, packet full of quarters.
We could interrupt the show like Michael Cole used to when he got an email. Hold up. I've got an email. Just come out of nowhere. Just oh, God. Just all that light going around the stadium too and everything.
I was always surprised that Apple never sued them for blatantly using the iPhone text message tone. It was like it was clearly an iPhone text message. What would he say? Excuse me? No, that was Vicky Guerrero. I don't remember what he would say.
I don't remember either.
He'd interrupt matches that were happening.
Yeah.
Oh, what a way to kill wrestling.
That's right. That guy should just come in and enter. They should have Michael Cole do it.
They should. Everybody hates him anyways.
Might as well.
Oh, that'd be so great. What else? Oh, the Rockets. On to basketball. The Rockets have finally dumped Melo.
What?
Yeah, they traded him to the Bulls.
Oh.
For basically nothing.
Did they really?
Yeah, they traded Melo to the Bulls with cash. Because who the fuck wants his salary?
Interesting. Because I thought they had waived him a couple months ago. Actually.
No, he just hasn't been playing.
I actually thought they had already waived him, but they I guess wasn't playing.
That's why.
But that's not even the best part of the story.
I thought maybe you copied and pasted the story there by accident.
Yeah,
like an old
rundown.
Old.
Yeah. Nope. On Monday, Melo to the Bulls. The Bulls already said they don't plan on playing him.
They already waived him.
Yeah. Well,
are they going to, or they did, or whatever?
They were discussing, at the time of recording the show, they were discussing either waiving him or holding on to him to the trade deadline to see if they could package him up. But who the fuck wants to trade for Melo?
Why'd they trade for him then?
It's just a salary dump.
That's what I'm guessing. It's
kind
of a salary dump.
Yeah, trade and dump.
Interesting, because they had the money. Didn't they trade him for cash?
It's like they took a dump when they got him.
Yeah. No, the Rockets sent cash over with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Rockets paid him to take him off their hands.
God.
The Rockets are still paying his salary. They just get the cap space.
But I think the Rockets got some player back for him.
I thought, you know what?
Probably to make the numbers work.
As the show was going on, it was a little fuzzy. I was reading that it was like prospects, like D-League players.
Yeah, that or the kid that sells peanuts at the door.
He might be more valuable.
Yeah,
at this point.
Definitely.
I'd take him over
Rockets
Melo.
got the best part of the deal.
I'd say so, yeah. That guy's a hard worker.
Wow.
Peanuts.
Still won't bring back Trevor Ariza, though.
No.
They're missing that guy.
They are. Defense. The only defense on the team.
That's right.
On to baseball. Bryce Harper. All right. So I guess last night or the other night, Sunday night during the football game, Tony Romo was just telling the future with his play calls there. I was not watching the game with sound. I was at an establishment that had alcohol, and I didn't hear this, but the internet is blowing up that Tony Romo, I guess, was calling the calls before they happened during the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's commentating all this stuff.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about it today. I guess confession is good for the soul.
I guess so.
I had watched both games, so by the time I got into that game with watching the football and the drinking of the alcohol.
A little hydrated?
A little bit, yeah. So I don't even know what Tony Romo was saying. I didn't know Tony Romo was even calling the game.
Who's Tony Romo?
Yeah.
Anyway, so after the game, Bryce Harper tweeted, "It's confirmed. Just called Tony Romo to see where I'm going to play next year." So I just thought that was funny.
That's funny. I gotta check that out.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to go back and listen. But I guess like every time a play was about to happen, he'd be like, "Oh, they're gonna run the blah 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 play," and then they'd fucking do it.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah,
he's good, man.
They were talking about it today.
He's good.
I do enjoy him as a commentator.
Yeah, and that's why you got to bring in like quarterbacks, like to do like the commentating. Like Troy Aikman's like fair at it too, the white Jay-Z. Yeah, because if you look at like. Think about
99 problems, but the teeth ain't one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you think about a quarterback, like they got to know the offense, and then they also got to read the defense and how they're going to play it, so they know both sides of the ball. Like, have you seen the video of Jason Witten's like horrible like rookie year as commentating?
No.
Oh my God, it's hilarious. You got to check it out.
That's why the Cowboys are trying to lure him back.
Yeah, he's talking about Aaron Rodgers. He does it again, pulling a rabbit out of his head. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? It's awful stuff like that. It's so funny, man. I recommend you guys check it out.
Oh, that's a good Google box right there.
The good thing about Romo is he actually announces good in the playoffs versus when he played, he was terrible in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. He's got more wins as an announcer in the playoffs than he did as a quarterback.
He does. You're kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, low blow.
Yeah. Too soon? Nah. All right, before we get to the bullpen beer, we did receive a message from a listener. I believe it was batch 131. 130. I think it was 130. We talked about dry January quite extensively and how opposed we are to it.
Went off.
And I said, well, we're going to get some tweets now. Well, Jose, a.k.a. Jumpman805, sent me a message. Jumpman. We met him at our live show at the local in Camarillo.
Oh, okay.
He said, morning, gents. Boy, did you guys sound off on folks like myself doing dry January on your last episode.
Stop doing it, dude. No one will care.
Yeah.
God's not watching.
Yeah,
this isn't Lent.
How do you feel? January's almost over. How do you feel?
He said, I spared you the hashtag. I've been doing this since 2015, and it really does help. I figured since I trash my liver all year long, drinking craft beer, whiskey, and anything in between, what's a month of no drinking? It's tough, but well worth it. Plus, once I start drinking again, it's great because all I need is a couple of barrel-aged Firestones, and I'm feeling real nice and hydrated. Cheers, gents. Jumpman805. All right. Still not for it.
No. Still not going to do it.
Nope.
Whatever floats your boat, guys.
Yeah. So
that's funny.
I guess what
Poor
he's
guy, man. He's like doing it. We're just talking so much shit.
So I guess what he's saying, and after a month of not drinking, he's a cheap date.
Yeah.
That's what I took from his message.
That is pretty cool, I suppose. Although if you're drinking with other people, it makes you look like a panty waist. You know what I mean? Like it's like, no, man. Like, don't you wish you were me? Like, have a couple beers and I'm drunk.
Right?
No. People will look at you. And
I like to be able to have a couple beers and drive home or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So tip of the hat to you for it, but
good for you. I'm not going to wait to February to get my buzz.
Yeah.
People always say that. It's like, wow, I wish it only took me a couple of beers to get. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yeah, that's my lady friend. She a couple of beers deep, and she's good right there. So, anyways, thanks, Jumpman805. Go follow him on Instagram. But we're gonna keep drinking.
Yeah, absolutely.
All through January.
Yep.
No dry nothing.
No, exactly.
Keeping it wet.
Keeping it real wet.
That's right.
All right, let's see if we can make a call out to the pen here.
He calls to the bullpen for
beer.
Yes, he does. The gentlemen are passing this around, so I'll tell you about it. This is Beachwood Brewing's Citraholic IPA. 7.1%, 70 Dan-loving IBUs. 4.23 on Beer Advocate, a 4.05 on Untapped. A very respectable score there. Part of the reason I was so excited to try this was because Beachwood Brewing is, of course, the brewery who makes the Hulhauser beer.
Oh, wow.
Which I've yet to find. I don't know where it is or where they're hiding it.
Anyone should be
Look at all the hops we've got.
Anyone should be enjoying that. It should be you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's that called again?
What called?
Heels beer?
The golden...
Yeah, golden
shower?
No, God, no.
He would be amused by it.
I think
Why do they call it that?
Wow.
What is a golden shower?
They're pissing all over me.
I think it's called California's Gold.
California.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It would only
Of course
make
is.
sense.
Of course it is.
So anyways, but we have in front of us Citraholic. Like I said, 7.1%. It says, hopheads rejoice. Citraholic is a modern West Coast IPA that's focused on Citra, one of our favorite new American hop varieties. Brewed with an abundance of Citra hops, we also blend in Warrior, Columbus, and Simcoe, in the kettle for good measure. Citraholic is double dry hopped for 2 weeks with an abundance of Citra and a touch of Columbus, imparting heavy aromas of citrus and tropical fruits with melon and gooseberry nuances. A base of American two-row malt and scatterings of light British caramel malt create the perfect foundation for this unique and powerfully pungent IPA. You asked for it, and we were happy to deliver. Dan's already drinking over there.
It's good stuff.
Is it?
Yeah. I think I'm digging on Simcoe. Not that I think I can tell hops right now, but
you'll start to.
Yeah, I think when I get some Simcoe, I'm like, what is that? And then I hear Simcoe hops. I go, that must be what it is.
Mm. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Mosaic as well as Cashmere.
Oh, yeah.
If you ever find any like single hop varietals, like beers that just have one hop in them, try it and you'll really get a feel for like what that hop tastes like. It's really fun. Yeah, this is not very carbonated.
No, but that's not necessarily a bad thing here.
Not necessarily a bad thing.
I think it helps kind of like the maltiness a little bit.
Yeah, it is a little maltier. It does help it sit on your tongue, get a little more of that dankness.
Gives it a good mouthfeel.
There it is. There it is.
Especially with all the head over here. Oh, yeah. Mouthfeel and head. How's that head feel with that mouthfeel? Boom.
Roasted. Yeah, it does have a good mouthfeel.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that it smells a little dankier than it tastes.
Dank.
Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I almost feel like I get a lot of the dank taste. Like on the back end there.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going back in.
Yeah.
Right.
Not on the front, but like on the back.
You like it in the back?
I'm not going there. But I will say
I can see what you're saying.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just going up my nose or something.
It's not cocaine. There's even like a slight, I don't know, biscuitiness to it, like a toastiness.
Definitely.
You get that malt. It's definitely got some malt in there. It's not just a pale ale with a bunch of hops in it. So
good flavor for this thing.
7% too. It covers that up pretty nicely.
Love it.
Untapped 4.05, which is a really good score on Untapped because people are a-holes. Do you agree the 4 out of 5, or would you give it higher, lower?
Huh. Yeah, I mean 4 out of 5. I mean, can't go much higher than that unless it's God's urine. I mean,
it could be.
Exactly.
Back to the golden shower thing.
Yeah, oh God. Oh, poor Huel.
Yeah, golden. California's gold. 5.
Look at all the hops we've got.
5 out of 5 right there.
Oh dear, poor Huel. All right, good stuff. Let's move on to some news.
Extra, extra, drink all about it. It's time for booze news.
It is indeed. Firestone unveils Mind Haze, a hazy IPA, and they've been testing it for a year.
Wow.
Yeah, or just under a year. So they're releasing that now. I think it's their first hazy, so be on the lookout for that.
Who tests it?
It's just the crew. Like the brew staff is sitting there like, oh, we fucked it up again.
I know.
Better take it home.
I've had that.
It's not quite right.
Have you had it? I think it's only been out for literally days.
I'm not sure because I bought something Friday. I bought a 6-pack of something from Firestone.
Ooh,
like a weird colored thing.
It was a 6-pack, not a 12-pack?
It was a 6-pack.
It might have been. Where'd you get it from?
The liquor store up the street.
Oh, might have been.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll say it's not going to be at your grocery store, I would imagine.
Yeah,
but
I forget the name of it, but it sounds familiar.
All right, report back to us.
You just killed a unicorn. You didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Should have brought it in.
If it's still there, I will.
Yeah, it won't be.
Okay.
But please do.
Promise is promise.
Yeah, I know. In other Firestone news, they are putting out a new mixed 12-pack. It's got the new Liponic Distortion number 12 in it, which, come on, Firestone, I love you guys, but this does not sound delicious. It's got flavors of strawberries through the hops as well
strawberry.
Yeah.
Raspberry.
Offering distinct strawberry gummy notes with a touch of tropical zest. That's not my...
Fruiting up the beer.
They really are. I mean, it's all through hops. They're not, ballast pointing this shit. But
yeah, I don't know, man. Boysenberry is one thing, but strawberry, I don't know.
Yeah, we've gone too far.
Yeah. I mean, I like them, but they kind of lost me on their Luponics around
Yeah,
8 or 9.
Yeah, I think it was 10 where they went.
That's right.
Yeah, 10 went with that peach ring, and then 11 was
That's what it was,
pineapple.
yeah.
They're fucking around with
And
that
now
shit.
12 is strawberry. It's
I hope they're not
just-
feeling like any pressure from Sculpin.
Maybe. At least
Right?
they're not adding actual fruit to it or fruit flavor. Like, it's just from the hops, which is cool from a sciencey standpoint,
Right.
but not cool from a having to drink it standpoint.
I don't know, man. Sounds like Sculpin got in their head, dude.
I
And they're
know.
gonna fuck with their game.
Look, I'll try it. I'll give them the benefit and I'll try it. But,
It's Stone.
Firestone, yeah.
Yeah, Firestone. Excuse me.
Same thing. And in this mixed 12-pack, along with Luponic, they also have a new IPA called Santa Lucia IPA, available for the first time ever in this Lion's Share mixed 12-pack. Next generation unfiltered West Coast IPA inspired by the flagship Union Jack IPA, with its own unique blend of Cashmere, Azaka, Amarillo, Hallertau, and El Dorado hops. It results in a fresh twist on a Firestone Walker Classic, combining a bold malt foundation with progressive hop profile. It's also got the Union Jack, has Easy Jack, which now has a lower ABV. They dropped it from 4.5 to 4. Interesting. So, which as long as it tastes the same, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Nice sessionable IPA there.
True that.
Boom. Yeah, that was it.
That was it?
Mind haze, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
You've already found it. All right,
Wow.
bring some in.
I will.
Please. Brooklyn Brewing. Have you guys ever had Brooklyn Brewing?
No.
Obviously out of Brooklyn, New York.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I had, when I was in New York a few months back, they were everywhere. It's kind of like the Firestone of New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can find them everywhere, which was great. They have some really good stuff. And as of yesterday, they are now officially in California.
Oh, okay.
So keep your eyes out.
They got like an area code beer over there too. Whatever the New
217 or
York-
something.
Yeah,
Yeah, whatever
what
it is. Yeah, that'd be great. They're doing a bunch of a bunch of events celebrating the fact they'll be distributing out here. So look at their website, brooklynbrewing.com, and if you're in California, they have up and down the coast a bunch of free beer events going on. So
Brooklyn.
Police offered to get locals drunk to train officers in field sobriety tests.
Okay.
The Kutztown Borough Police Department are looking to train new officers on how to administer field sobriety tests. And naturally, they need inebriated test subjects. They wrote on a Facebook post last Wednesday that they are willing to provide alcohol for 3 volunteers who meet the criteria so they can get drunk enough to undergo the sobriety test. Their post...
I think I can help out.
All right, well, let's see if you qualify. The post immediately went viral, garnering nearly 2,000 comments from those interested in taking part in the
my
police-funded
God.
party, prompting the police department to issue a follow-up statement. Thank you for all your interest in helping us out. We have had an overwhelming response for this, and at this point, we have had enough volunteers for this training. The requirements of volunteering are that individuals must be between the ages of 25 and 40.
Oops.
Oh.
Just missed it.
In good health.
Oh, man.
Really missed it.
Way off the mark on that one.
With a clean criminal record, wow, and willing to drink hard liquor until they are drunk.
Wow.
Liquor, I hardly knew her. And accompanied by a sober party to care for them after the train. It's like, we don't want to hold your hair back while you're throwing up. We just want to get you drunk.
Right.
Oh, God. I'm in.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
1, 2,
Hard
3.
liquor.
There's 3 in this room right now.
More conspiracy theory. They probably put a tracker on your car and follow you around, dude. From he's just leaving the brewery. Let's go get him.
This is not sponsored by the NFL, mind you.
Yeah, it's true.
Thanks for volunteering. You can drive home now.
Yeah, I know, right?
They're trying to meet a quota.
I don't know, man. Sounds shady to me.
Yeah, it sounds a little dicey. I'm still in. The whole hard liquor thing, it's like, whatever you're going to spend on whiskey, can you just buy the beer for me and let me get drunk? I'm going to get just as drunk.
Yeah,
don't you worry.
I'll get hammered.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'll keep going until I'm good and ready
Probably
for you.
cheaper, though, to get a
But-
handle of some liquor and get somebody.
Oh, God, they're going to get like pop-off or something.
Probably.
Shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So,
If it's
hey, man,
free,
you're just here to get drunk.
Yeah.
And point a gun at you and say, drink it. Yeah. It's like Alonzo from
what's the gun for?
Training Day. So I put a gun to your head, did I?
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, God, that sounds awful.
If
And
it's free, I'll drink it.
well, I like that they want a clean criminal record. It's like, don't you think you want somebody who's gotten
Yeah,
busted
really.
for DUI before? Because if anybody knows how to get out of a field sobriety test, it's going to be someone that's gotten busted before.
It's true.
I've had like 50 DUIs. Up, sorry, we can't use you, sir.
Right. So anyways, a drunk hooligan,
Uh-oh.
there's a word I haven't heard in a while,
Hooligan.
on Russian flight hogtied after behaving inappropriately.
Uh-oh.
A passenger on an S7 flight from Bangkok to Novosibirsk had to be hogtied after getting drunk and behaving inappropriately. The airline confirmed the incident, which occurred on January 15th. When the passenger boarded the flight, he appeared to be sober. However, during the course of the nearly 8-hour journey, he began consuming whiskey. Cabin crew members asked him to stop, but the passenger ignored instructions. He began behaving poorly, speaking loudly, and disrupting his seatmates. The man was then asked again by crew members, including the captain, to refrain from consuming more alcohol and stop misbehaving. The captain even threatened to make an emergency landing.
Just throw him off the plane.
Yeah, mid-flight.
No kidding, right?
Yeah, right. Witnesses confirmed that the captain had warned passengers that they might need to land in China or Mongolia because
everyone
of this
whooped
hooligan.
his ass.
Yeah. After refusing to cooperate, crew members, with the help of other passengers, restrained the man in the galley by tying his feet to his hands. In order to guarantee flight safety, cabin crew members asked the man to the rear kitchen area and tried to calm him down when he started to offend and threaten other passengers and the crew. With the help of other passengers, the man was restrained. However, he went on to behave inadequately, trying to hit his head against the floor.
Oh, my God.
During the flight, he was watched by a cabin crew member and a doctor. He was then handed over to local police and fined for disorderly conduct upon landing.
Potty foul.
Why didn't he just flash his badge and say, I'm working for the police department. We're doing a study. That's all he had to do.
That's what he should have done.
Yeah, that's all he had to do. He'd been okay.
That would have been great.
Midair.
Yeah. And finally, this has been all over the Facebooks, but just in case anybody's not active on Facebook like one Dan, I figured we should talk about it on the show.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. This is for your benefit. Woman banned from Walmart after allegedly riding... What do you have to do to get banned from Walmart, right?
We've seen the pictures.
Right. Well, here it is. After allegedly riding an electric cart while drinking wine from a Pringles can.
Oh, man, that's classy.
Right? Wichita Falls, Texas. Ooh, that's where McFadden was, wasn't it?
Oh, damn.
Oh, maybe he knows this lady. A woman has been banned from Walmart after authorities say she rode around in an electric cart while drinking wine from an unorthodox container. The Wichita Falls Times Record News reported that it happened outside of a Walmart in Wichita Falls, Texas on Friday morning. Police were called to the store where a witness said the woman had been riding an electric cart used by people who need mobility assistance around the parking lot for hours. She was also allegedly drinking wine from a Pringles chips can. Police found her at a nearby restaurant and told her she was banned from that Walmart location. She wasn't even arrested.
Just don't go back to Walmart.
Yeah.
They didn't arrest her?
It doesn't say they arrested her, just banned from Walmart.
She was drunk driving around in an electric cart.
Right.
That's not a DUI.
Apparently not.
Oh, my God.
That's good to
She
know.
didn't hit nothing.
We need an electric cart.
Yeah.
Right.
That's going to get us home nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm getting home my electric cart.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah.
Can I just claim like a Prius as an electric cart?
Why not?
Go buy a Prius? Yeah.
I put a key on the back of it and just say, this is how I wind it up. It's not really a car.
Little charging port on there.
Yeah.
A little
car,
basket in front.
Mm-hmm. It's true. What the hell, dude?
Little bike bell on it. You know? Ring, ring.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's what you got to do if you want to avoid the DUI.
Now she just can't go to Walmart anymore.
You can't go to Walmart. I mean, what's left?
Oh, God. They've done her a favor. She's going to become a better person after this.
Clean up her act.
Yeah. She's like, thank fuck I can't go to Walmart anymore. Probably where she got the wine in the first place.
Yeah.
It's like worse than $2 Chuck.
Well, I mean, certainly where she got the Pringle can from.
That's true.
And probably they were selling the wine in the Pringle cup.
Probably. That'd
Pringle
be good,
wine.
like, people come up with items that look like something besides a flask, but it's really a flask. Like,
no kidding.
Like sunscreen flask or whatever, Now I get the Pringles flask.
Yeah.
There you go.
That is pretty
These
good.
are my chips.
Yeah. She's smart, actually.
Yeah.
We might need to try this out.
Might be a pioneer.
Yeah. Pringle ear. That doesn't work. All right. That's enough from us. Thank you all for joining and listening and all that good stuff. You can find us on the webs at theunfilteredgentleman.com or at theunfilteredgentleman on all the social medias except for Twitter at unfilteredgents. If you're a little tipsy out there, you should call us. Leave us a drunk voicemail.
Do that.
Yeah. 805-538-BEER. It's 2337. What else? I think that's just about everything. Thanks, everyone, for listening. And I hope in the meantime, everyone out there is staying hydrated. And on that note, good night, everybody.